here for the third video concerning acronyms, English acronyms. Okay, let's have another tiny quiz to check out how many of today's acronyms you already know and how many are maybe new, or probably we know the meaning but not the exact words they represent. So let's see it together. How's it going? I hope you're fine, and I'm so glad you're here on my channel at Maiora. It's Sarah here, you already know that. And today we're going to talk about English acronyms again. This is my third video, but I've seen that you have really enjoyed this topic, so let's go on. Basically, today I'm going to talk about another 10 acronyms, and we'll see together if you already know them and if you already know the meaning or when they're used, and if you really know what the single letters mean, because sometimes we know the meaning but we are not aware of what they actually mean, I mean letter by letter. Let's start with the first one, which, well, actually isn't an acronym because it's just a word, a single word that is shortened. Okay, just two letters, B. It's quite simple, double B. It's used a lot, and I'm sure you know that. Hey, BB, or I'm here, BB, I love you, BB, double B. It's baby or babe. By the way, I love you, that's another expression, okay, I haven't talked about that yet, that can be shortened into an acronym. I, L, Y. I love you. Very common, absolutely very common. There is also another way to say that, which is I, L, so the first part is the same, but instead of the Y, the final Y, which represents you, of course, we write the letter U, vowel U. In this case, it's not an acronym anymore, but I'm using the sound of the vowel U, which is basically the same sound as the pronoun you, second person, singular and plural, okay? So I love is always an acronym, IL, but instead of using the first letter of the pronoun you, I will use the letter U. Well, anyway, the meaning is the same, and I'm sure you've already seen that a lot of times. So let's move on to the second acronym for today, which is, okay, this is common. I don't know if you spend a lot of time on social media, probably you do, and especially on TikTok, you may find it a lot. It is POV. POV, and it is used, just to give you some context, it's used when you tell something, a story, or you make a video, or whatever you're doing, from a very specific perspective, okay? And it's a perspective of one character, for example, or you put yourself in that perspective, okay, in this character's shoes somehow. This is quite common. Also, when you read, I don't know, fan fiction, sometimes you can find POV at the very beginning and the name of a character. That means that the whole story is told from his perspective, not by the character, but from his perspective. So basically, POV means point of view. It's often used in a very wrong way or inappropriate way on social media, but that's the meaning, the real meaning. By the way, it's something that you use a lot also when you actually work on a text at school, at university, and you're working on your reading comprehension. There may be some questions, and they may ask you the point of view. So the point of view, basically if the story is told from a very specific point of view of one of the characters. In that case, it's perfectly fine if you write the words point of view, but don't use the acronym, okay? Don't do that at school, at university, during exams, or at work, or whatever, okay? Don't do that. If you are on social media, it's great, but if you're not, just write point of view, okay? Then the next one. The next one is very, very common. It is FAQ. FAQ. This is something you always find when you're looking for answers, okay? You have questions and you're looking for answers, maybe on a website or something, and before trying to talk to someone who maybe can solve your problem, because basically you're never able to talk to someone someone alive, someone who can give you answers. So what you can do is try and find out if your question, your problem is a frequent problem, and probably they have already given an answer, okay, or a solution in a specific section that is called FAQ, and it means frequently asked question, okay? So if your problem, if your issue is quite common, it could be frequent, and so your question could be a frequently asked question. So you can find those questions with the general answer or standard answers there. Normally they don't work, but anyway. All right. The next one is very, very interesting, because you can find it a lot as a real word. We have already talked about expressions or acronyms that are that have become real words in real life. I mean, I can say ASAP. You remember we talked about ASAP, as soon as possible, or YOLO, you only live once, or many others. OMG, okay, oh my god, or oh my gosh. This is another expression that is used a lot, especially if you watch movies or TV shows, TV series, American, especially TV series. You may find it a lot, and it's FYI. Sometimes it's not that easy to detect that word, because obviously I talk very fast. FYI is the correct acronym, and it means, do you know? It means for your information. For your information. So when I'm breaking out something to you, when I'm giving you something, giving you some new information, or maybe you're telling me something like, oh, you're always late at work, or you're criticizing my work, or whatever, I can tell you, FYI, I've already finished, okay, my job, or whatever. So in this case, it's got a very a strong meaning and strong intention to say, well, I'm telling you that you're wrong. I can use it also in this case, in these situations, or I'm just saying something new. I'm just telling you something new. So this is very, very, very common. FYI, for your information. Then another expression that is used very frequently is IRL. IRL. We talked about social media. By the way, you know that social media are often referred to as SM, just SM, okay? So it's quite common to find something like on SM, which means on social media in general. Anyway, if you're often on social media, or maybe you are talking about, I don't know, a video game, or you're talking about characters of something, fictional characters, or you're talking about, I don't know, role play, anything, okay, that is virtual or fictional, and you want to specify that you're shifting from a virtual or fictional word into real world, you can find the expression IRL, which is in real life. Okay, in real life. It's also quite common when you talk about, I don't know, actors, for example. So maybe they are associated with the characters they play, but then you talk about the actor himself and you say, okay, in real life he is married, I don't know, something like that. In this case is IRL. Then another one, if you have, I don't know, YouTube channel, for example, or I don't know, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and you are giving some content, and then you tell people that you are going to post more of that, you may write or add this acronym here, which is FFM, so double FM, which means follow for more. Okay, I'll give you more content like that, so follow me. Some people say that this FF double FM means follow me for more, but it's not really follow me, it's just follow for more basically. And it's something I could tell you, but I will never say that because I find it awful. I don't like it at all. So you will never find this expression on my channel. Okay, but you can use it if you want. Then let's go on and talk about the variety of expressions we can use to express, to talk about the fact that we are having fun. We are laughing, we find something very funny. Okay, there are a lot of expressions or acronyms to express that attitude. But are we sure that we really know what they mean, basically? For example, LOL, which is pronounced as LOL, okay, a lot of times. What does it mean? You know that? Yeah, you know that. I've heard you. You said lot of laugh. Yeah, that's it, lot of laugh. Someone could say lot of laughing, but lot of laugh is the original meaning of this acronym. But there are others, like for example, very common LMAO. LMAO. Well, this is obviously something, I want to express the fact that I am having more fun in this case, more than in my previous LOL expression or acronym. I'm having more fun here, but what does it mean? This is not something we can say to everyone or in every situation. Absolutely not, because it means, literally, it means laughing my ass out. Sorry, laughing my ass off. Laughing my ass off. Laughing my ass off is obviously, yeah, it's something we use a lot, it's slang, and if you're talking to your friends in a very informal situation, this is perfect, absolutely, but don't use it if you're talking to a colleague or, I don't know, in a more official situation. Well, we won't use any of these acronyms in a very official situation. But anyway, this is definitely not the most polite expression ever. Okay, there are other ways to say that you're having a lot of fun, so it is more than just LOL, so more than LOL. It is more than that, but a bit more polite than laughing my ass off. And these expressions are very similar because they are basically the same, and they are ROTFL, or the same but without the T. Okay, so ROFL. Okay, they're absolutely the same thing, and they mean rolling on the floor laughing. Okay, rolling on the floor laughing. So basically they are absolutely the same thing, but in the second expression you don't put the T because you don't put the article, basically, because it is quite long. I mean, there are 5 letters there, so in order to make it shorter, they took a letter off. They and the letter that was less meaningful was a letter that represented the article the, and so they just eliminated it. So it's okay, just ROFL is kind of more common probably. So yes, this is when you're really having a lot of fun. Okay, so if we can say that lol is just a smiley, and in this case there's that emoticon with the smiley that is crying and tears of joy and fun, and this is basically the feeling you want to convey in this case. All right, it's all for today. I'm sure you had already heard almost all of these expressions, probably with a few exceptions, probably follow for more or in real life, okay, but the others were very common. But the point is that we just want to know what they really mean, what those letters really represent and what they really mean. So I hope it was fun, it was interesting for you. I will go on making videos about acronyms if you like them. There are hundreds, thousands, okay, more and more every day. So if there are any you want me to explain or you want me to talk about, just let me know in the comments and let me know how many have you guessed, if there are any you didn't know at all maybe, and as always, let me know. Okay, thank you so very much for following, and hugs and kisses.